Have you ever had your brain scream at you that you are becoming a lazy person? This is what happened to me this week. My brain started being very judgmental about my current level of ambitions, and I had to pause for a second. And I had to have a conversation with my brain and say, Brain, that is not very helpful. Let me reframe that. And this came from, I was at the current moment, I'm going through transitions, I'm recovering from a burnout, I'm looking for new roles. And I'm basically in this phase of life where things are a little bit uncertain, but because they're uncertain, I'm looking for clarity, and therefore I'm trying to really think about the bigger pictures of what I want to do in the future. And I'm brainstorming ideas and trying to recreate a vision. And in this phase of transition, I was doing what I call a rant. So basically, I take a journal, and then every single day I take a break, silence break, and just write. So I want to live in this area. I want to have a job that allows me to pay the bill while I still have enough freedom to do other things. I want a cat. Anything like, that came out of my brain, like intuitively, that I'm trying to really listen to my inner voice and what actually do I want for the next decade. I just put it on paper. And as I was reading it afterwards, I was reading the things, and it's like my brain is like, what are your goals there? What are your ambitions? Like, it's not at all who you used to be. There is nothing like really big, or there is nothing really like, what you consider achievement or anything really stretching you, or things like that. And that's when I realized that my brain is operating from an old pattern of defining ambitions. And I had to reframe it into the new version, because I realized my brain was operating from a place where I'm looking after achievements. I'm looking after doing things. I'm looking after somehow some kind of external success or validation, or like, showing out there in the world, and people can see, oh yeah, she's actually good at that, or she's achieved that. So any kind of like more like external markers. And a lot of it is actually what I've been doing for my early careers, and yeah, all the past maybe 20 years approximately. And a lot of this is like pushing, and it's a lot of like, kind of maybe just listening to what other people or what society are giving you as models for success. And it's taken me until this phase of my life where I'm transitioning and really reflecting on the bigger picture, that I actually realize I don't want this anymore. And I realize I want more flow. I want more things that are actually aligned with who I am. I want more things that, brings me joy, even though they might not be the one that pay the most, or the one that are, the most on paper looking amazing for everybody else. So this is just for me. And there is a lot of like things around, like, finding things with maybe doing less, but having better quality results, really focusing on things that bring me joy or that I really love, so that when I go to work, for instance, it's a flow, it's easier because it's so aligned that, I don't have to force things. I can just, enjoy the flow, relax, give what I can, but do it in a way that is actually, brings positive emotion to me. And this is a very different mindset than what I used to have. It's more like, I don't know, somehow I think that in the past I had this mindset that success has to be hard. Like, you need to do hard thing, you need to do challenging thing, I need to go out there and push and, force thing. And now it's like, no, I'm just going to have faith in the universe. I'm going to get very clear about what I want, what I don't want, so that I can have some direction. And then I'm going to do things that are aligned with that, in a good rhythm, in a pace that is sustainable. I'm going to get a cat. I'm going to get a place to live that I enjoy. I'm going to get a job that pays the bills, but then I still have time to do creative stuff like this. So I still have time to be an entrepreneur on the side and help other people. And this is a really, I would say it's a hard transition. So if you find yourself in this place, your brain is going to do the same thing that it did with me. It's going to tell you, you're fucking lazy. You have no ambition anymore. You're losing your age. Like, is it only what you want? You really just want a cat and a job that pays the bills? And it's like, at this point in time, I'm saying probably yes to that. And if you're also there, I was also encourage you to give yourself permission to have different ambitions, because it's what it is. It's not like worse ambitions or less ambition, is just different ambitions. It's ambitions coming from a place of alignment, coming from a place of really nurturing you, and not trying to fit in what society expects. And I would say this is probably the best place to be, and I'm really looking forward to see where it brings me in the next decade, because what could be better than that, right? It's like, what could be better than actually having a calm nervous system that is actually living in alignment, where you don't need to prove yourself to people anymore, where you're just really, because you bring so much joy in what you do, then, people are going to feel that as well. They're going to feel that you're really yeah, that what you do, you love it, and they are going to be more attracted to you as well. So you also come from a place of different energy, which I think is attractive to people. And yeah, I think also in terms of internal rewards, it's like instead of looking for validation or status or anything, you are going to get more fulfillment. You're going to get a different level of peace. You are going to get more joy in what you do. So I feel for looking at the next decade, this is also what I want. I still want to achieve. I'm not saying I don't want to achieve anything. I still have goals. I still have things I'm working towards. I still have challenges I give myself. And for instance, this YouTube creation video every single day, it's actually a very hard challenge, but it's still something that brings me joy, and I can see what I can learn. I can see I can progress. So all these things are aligned. So even if it's hard, it's like I want to lean in. I want to engage with it. I want to bring everything I got to it and do it well to the best of my ability, and also be at peace with it, and kind of like a little bit more detached from the outcomes, even though I still care, but like just let it flow, let it happen, and yeah, come from this place of more like a trust, faith in general. And yeah, it's a very strange situation. I can tell you my brain is telling me I'm lazy or less ambitious simply because it's afraid, right? It's afraid that I'm not going to have the same result. It's afraid that I'm going to lose maybe finances or freedom if I actually do not achieve anything, and I'm not in this mindset of I need to push, I need to do hard things. It's obviously, scary, like that maybe I will do that and maybe there will not be the results there, the result that I want, or it will take way more time, and therefore it's like, it's challenging my brain to actually believe in me and trust that I can figure things out, and also trust that things are going to just come out the way that they needed to come out. And that's a tricky place. So if you are there, just relax, be patient with yourself. And I would say also celebrate yourself for your maturity, because not everybody gets to the point where they realize that this is a way better life coming if you're operating from a place of alignment versus a place of achievement. So you have done enough work to go to the place where you are grown up, who understands a little bit more of your own life and your own needs and your own vision of what could work. And if you are there, I would also encourage you to do another exercise that I've done recently, is to create a longer term vision. So really sit down with all the different areas of your life, whether it's your health, your relationship, your finances, your career, your business, your hobbies even, like, and just have write a vision for all these things. Like if you think about the longer term, what's the ultimate goal for you? And also think about the emotions that you are going to create as you are going through the process of creating these goals. And also, what do you really want to experience? Because I think this is also a big part of the puzzle when you're looking at ambition. It's also looking at the whole journey. My ambitious journey is that I'm going to work towards things that matter to me on the long term, and I'm going to enjoy the process. This is another level of ambition that is actually harder to do than just saying I'm going to achieve a goal. And that's something that I want to also commit to do, and have this different experience of life, because I'm working towards alignment and I'm making sure that I enjoy the process and I take the most of it as well. And that's you can do this for all areas of your life. I have now done it for I think 10 areas, and it's a really nice thing to read every single week when I'm maybe lost in the middle, or my brain is like, you're not achieving anything. It's like, wait, this is the bigger picture. This is how I wanted to feel in the journey. Have I felt like this week while I was working on that? Okay, great, amazing. Have I progressed, and do I see actually that I'm going in this direction? Okay, great. If not, what are the things that I can do in the next 90 days that will bring me there? And having this kind of like long-term vision reminds you that you are actually ambitious. It's just a different type of ambition. It won't feel the same way. Don't expect it to feel the same way, and really catch your brain when you notice your brain is like, you're lazy, you're not ambitious as you used to be, you're losing your edge. Just brain, we are just doing things differently. I know it's hard for you to right now see that this is going to lead to results, but it will. So just be patient, bear with me. I hear your anxiety, I hear your fears. I'm here. I'm doing things every single day, every single week to progress anyway. At some point it will pay off. Trust me, relax. This is the pep talk that I gave to my brain this week when it started doing these crazy things and judging me for my ambitions. And that's something that you can feel free to use that. Feel free to use that as well. And I really wish you to, if you haven't reached this stage yet and you're like, I really don't know what she's talking about, it's coming. Just keep doing the work, keep reflecting on what you want. And if you are there in this messy middle phase like I am right now in this transition phase, just hold on to faith. It will happen. And if you're already on the other side and you've done that, you're now working from aligned ambitions rather than the achievement ambitions and external world validation, please also give us some good hope in the comments. So yeah, tell us that it actually works so that we can also have some extra boost for the brain. Thank you for listening today, and I see you tomorrow for another video.